Hello everyone and welcome to my TED Talk. Today I'm going to talk about something that's very personal to me. The thing has been following me since my childhood. It's about my favorite TV show. I think you have all already guessed the name. Yes, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This show is my favorite for many reasons. How can you not love a show which is full of action, jokes, and has that thing, and whatever this is? Also, it's got the best opening that's ever been on TV. Let's just listen to it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell, turtle power.
Beautiful, isn't it? And it also spawned my favorite D&D game with the same name, where you can save damsels and even fight surfing ninjas. But there is a question that's been tormenting me for many years. Who is the best Ninja Turtle? Is it an intelligent inventor Donatello? Is it a lovable goof Michelangelo? Is it a calculating leader Leonardo? Or is it an impulsive daredevil Raphael? And until now there hasn't been an answer to this question. How can we judge a turtle? Is there a way to measure leadership abilities? I think there isn't. Can we gauge a turtle's fighting abilities? The only formula that I found was so complex that it renders it completely useless. I even thought about judging them based on their color, but then remembered the last time people were judged by their color and discarded that idea immediately. So I've been thinking and suddenly it dawned upon me. The only thing that differentiates them and easy to measure, you guessed it, is their weapons. That allows me to come up with a hypothesis. Big stick means best turtle. To see if this hypothesis is valid, we have to prove the following. Stick has historical significance, stick improves fighting abilities, stick has spiritual importance, and stick is a symbol of power. If you know anything about human history, you will know that there was nothing more important to human evolution than use of tools, and stick being the most important of them. Stick helped us to intimidate our enemies, to protect our families, and even fight our less developed relatives, which you can see on this video. Other species also tried to adopt this invention, seeing how useful it was, but only we managed to master it. Thus, we proved the historical importance of the stick. Next, let's see if big stick leads to advantage in a fight. As Archimedes once said, give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum on which to place it, and I shall move the world, which is shown by this formula, and can be roughly translated to more stick equals more bonk. We can see that people of less intelligence still ask such questions like, does a sword stand a chance against a staff? But we, enlightened intellectuals, intuitively know the answer. By applying some simple calculations, we can say our resound no. Thus, we proved that big stick equals good fighter. Now we have to see if stick has any relation to mental abilities of its wielder. Throughout history and cultures, we can see that the smartest of men were always depicted with staves. People on the left are even literally called the wise men. In some cultures, stick even became a symbol of sensei, a respected teacher, which holds true to this day. That allows us to say that big stick means smart brain. But what about the spiritual side of things? Since time immemorial, stick has also been associated with spiritual power and faith. Powerful pharaohs, who were seen as God's chosen, cannot be imagined without a stick in their hands. Ancient and contemporary tribes also have their spiritual leaders hold sticks, as symbol of their relation to God. And even priests of the future uphold this tradition. Thus, we can safely say that big stick means strong spirit. And now we come to the last point that we have to prove, that stick is a symbol to power. In every culture, at some point in history, rulers were depicted with different sticks. Some small, some big, sometimes even holding two. Even reigning monarchs of our time stick to this respected tradition. So it's undoubtable that big stick means strong leader. To further prove our theory, we must check if it can be applied to a different piece of media which is known by everyone and where sticks are of great importance. And what better fits the description than a beloved story about, you guessed it, Harry Potter, the world where a sea of stick defines everything about you. By carefully collecting and analyzing the data, I came up with a following chart. There you can see the wand length of some major characters of the saga, and we can see on the left side there are some losers, unable to conjure even the simplest of the spells, which is perfectly reflected by their respective wand sizes. While on the right there are true powerhouses of magic with their enormous wands. Now, with the hypothesis being proven, let's see what's the answer to the initial question. Who is the best Ninja Turtle? And the answer is... of course it's Donatello. Thank you all for your attention and the time spent watching me speaking about complete nonsense.